Oil labels can feel like alphabet soup. You see 0W20, 5W30, fancy badges, and 100 brand claims. Here's the truth I've learned from more than a decade in workshops and safety investigations. Thicker is not always safer. The right oil depends on your engine design, your climate, and the exact spec your manual calls for. I am Morgan Lane, and my job is to make this simple and safe for you. In this video, I will take you through a clean roadmap. First, viscosity and climate, then synthetic versus conventional, then the specs that matter more than brand names. We will talk about older engines and high mileage formulas. We will set smart oil change intervals. We will pick the right filter for the plan. And we will wrap with the used car baseline and the warranty paper trail. On this channel, Recall Roadmap with Morgan, my goal is to protect you and your engine with clear steps you can use today. By the end, you will know what oil to buy, why it matters, and how to service your car with confidence. Start with the basics. When it is cold, oil must move fast or parts run dry. Let us break down what those numbers on the bottle really mean. Next up, viscosity and climate. In number 1, I want you to picture a freezing morning. Your engine spins, but thick oil creeps like syrup. That is why the first number matters so much. The W stands for winter. Lower means easier flow when cold. Castrol explains that thin, low-viscosity oil moves faster to protect parts at cold temperatures. That is why 5W30 flows easier at startup than 10W30, and why modern engines often call for 5W20 or even 0W20. Here is the simple way I teach it. 0W behaves like a zero weight in winter, so it reaches tight passages fast, even below freezing. That quick film at startup prevents scuffing and wear. Using 0W instead of 10W can mean flow at roughly minus 35 Celsius rather than minus 25 Celsius. In real life, that can be the difference between a smooth start and dry contact. If you live where winters bite, choose 0W or 5W to get instant protection on crank. Match the second number, like 20 or 30, to what your manual calls for. Do you run 0W or 5W oil in winter where you live? And how has it gone? Next, cold starts are covered, so let us handle heat and stress with synthetic versus conventional. In number 2, I am going to say it plainly. Modern engines run hot and tight. Small turbos and direct injection crank up pressure and heat. Regular conventional oil can shear and cook under that load. Synthetic oil is built differently. It stays stable when hot, keeps sludge down, and it is formulated to fight a nasty event called low-speed pre-ignition. Engineers warn LSPI can destroy pistons in turbo-gasoline engines. That is not theory. I have seen the damage on teardown. It is ugly and expensive. To answer that, new standards arrived. API, SP, and ILSAC GF-6 were launched in 2020 to guard against LSPI and to improve wear protection and fuel economy. Synthetic formulations excel here. They pair strong base oils with smart additive packs that keep deposits from building and help prevent those random pre-ignition spikes in turbo direct injection engines. Diesels and turbos especially benefit from the extra heat resistance and stability. If your manual calls for synthetic or a modern spec, it is not an upsell. It is protection that matches your engine's design. Heat and pressure try to break oil down. Synthetic fights back. Now that you know why the chemistry matters, let us decode the badges on the bottle so you can buy by spec, not hype. In number 3, I want you to ignore the big brand logo for a second and look at the small circles and shields. Those icons are the real deal. API SP is the latest gasoline engine service category, released in 2020. It is backward compatible for many grades and brings new tests for wear, deposits, and LSPI. ILSAC GF-6 also arrived in 2020 and splits into 2. GF-6A shows a starburst and is backward compatible. GF-6B shows a shield and is for ultra-low viscosity oils that are not backward compatible. Now add the automaker approvals. General Motors uses Dexos 1. Gen 2 took effect in 2017. Gen 3 arrived in 2021. Oils with that Dexos icon and a license number have passed GM's tests, including LSPI resistance and durability. PQIA is clear that if a package lacks the icon and license, it is not an authentic licensed Dexos product. That matters if your GM manual requires Dexos. Bottom line, match the spec your manual lists. API, SP, and the right GF-6 symbol, and any specific OEM approval like Dexos should drive your choice. Brand comes after that. Approvals are set. Next, let us handle a common worry about older high-mileage engines and synthetic. In number 4, let us tackle the myth I hear in shop bays. People say synthetic will make an old engine leak. That story started decades ago. Early synthetic blends used more ester content that could overswell certain seals. Today is different. Modern full synthetic oils are built to meet strict API and ILSAC standards. Experts put it simply, if a synthetic oil is certified to meet the standards your engine needs, it is safe to use in your engine, old or new. Here's what I see in practice. Switching a high-mileage engine to a proper full synthetic does not create new leaks. It can gently clean passages and improve cold flow. If a seal is already hard or cracked, any fresh oil may reveal an existing seep. That is not the oil causing a new problem. That is the oil no longer masking an old one. If your manual allows synthetic, use it. You get better stability in heat and faster flow in cold. That is free insurance for worn parts. And if you still want extra help for aging seals, we can talk about high-mileage formulas. They add conditioners for minor leaks. Let us open that up next. In number 5, I am going to set fair expectations. High-mileage oil sounds like a miracle fix. It is not. It is a helpful tool for older engines with minor issues. These formulas usually add stronger detergents to clean gently and seal conditioners that can mildly swell and soften aging rubber. Some blends also increase anti-wear additives. The goal is modest. Reduce a small seep. Slow light oil burn. Keep deposits from building. Here is the honest part. If you have a torn seal or worn bearings, no oil can heal that. Seal conditioners may help for a while, but the effect can fade and the leak can return. Think of high-mileage oil as a helpful bandage, not surgery. I use it when an engine has light sweating at a cover or very minor puff of smoke. I do not use it to dodge real repairs. If you try a high-mileage formula, still choose one that meets your required API or ILSAC spec and any OEM approval. You want the base protection first, then the extras. This can buy time and peace of mind while you plan a fix. Now, how often should you change your oil once you pick the right type and spec? Let us set smart intervals. In number 6, let us talk time and miles. You will hear wild claims about stretching oil changes for 25,000 miles. I care about what keeps your engine safe and your warranty clean. Most automakers publish 2 schedules, one for normal use and one for severe service. Severe means lots of short trips, dusty roads, extreme heat or cold, towing or heavy stop and go. Under severe use, many manuals cut the interval about in half. Here is the safe range I see hold up. With a healthy engine and a quality full synthetic that meets the right spec, many normal driving intervals land around 8,000 to 10,000 miles, or a set time window. Under severe service, 5,000 miles or 6 months is common. Some vehicles with oil life monitors will guide you, but never exceed the manufacturer limit without used oil analysis. If you are unsure, follow the severe schedule. Oil is cheaper than engines. One more thing before we move on. If this breakdown is helping you feel confident about your next oil change, tap subscribe and share this with a friend who puts things off. All right, you are ready for the next step. Let us find the exact oil spec on your car so you can buy the right bottle. In number 7, I want to save you guesswork. The correct oil is written right on your car. Your owner manual is the boss. It lists the exact viscosity and the exact specification, like API SP, ILSAC GF-6, or a maker approval such as Dexos. Many cars also put the grade and spec on the oil filler cap or an underhood label. I have seen caps that say 0W20 and the spec right on top. Follow that text exactly. Match both the viscosity and the spec logos on the bottle. Do not assume 5W30 is fine if the manual calls for 0W20. Do not assume any synthetic is fine if the manual requires a specific approval. If you drive a GM that specifies Dexos 1, choose a bottle with the Dexos icon and license right on it. If you drive a brand that lists a different approval, follow that one. When you shop with the manual in hand, you pick faster and safer. Snap a photo of the page and the cap. Keep it on your phone so you never guess in the aisle. Next step, pair that oil with the right filter for the interval you plan to run. In number 8, let us protect the choice you just made. Oil does the cleaning, but the filter holds the dirt. Not all filters are equal. Two key ideas matter here: efficiency and capacity. Efficiency is about the micron size it can trap. Capacity is how much debris it can hold before bypassing. Economy paper filters usually trap less and fill sooner. Premium synthetic media filters from brands like Mobil 1, UXXP, or K&N tend to catch finer particles and hold more for longer. If you plan a longer interval, use a filter built for extended service. Many of these list ratings of 10,000 miles or more and advertise capturing around 30% more debris than basic filters. In my teardown work, I have seen cheap filters collapse early. I have also seen premium filters come off heavy service looking steady and intact. Match the filter to your plan. Short interval, in tight budget, a standard filter can be fine. Stretching to 8,000 miles or beyond, pick a high-capacity filter to keep oil clean the whole way. With oil and filter sorted, let us set a safe plan for a used car you just bought so you can build a clean history from day one. In number 9, I want to give every used car owner instant peace of mind. Start with a clean slate oil change. Do it even if the seller swore they just did one. Use the exact viscosity and spec from your manual. That first change is your baseline. While you are at it, install a quality filter that matches the interval you plan to run. Now build your history. Write down the date, the mileage, the oil brand, the spec, and the filter part number. Keep the receipt. I also like to take a quick photo of the bottle front and the box with the codes. Store it in a Notes app or a small glove box notebook. From here, follow the interval that fits your driving. Normal use, follow the longer schedule. Severe use, follow the shorter one. This simple log pays you back. If a dealer or a buyer asks, you have proof. If a light comes on or a sound changes, you can look back and know what was in the engine and when. You just removed the mystery that comes with a used car. Last step now. Let us protect your warranty and avoid counterfeit parts with smart buying and clear documentation. In number 10, we lock down your protection. Buy oil and filters from trusted retailers. Look for the exact approvals your manual lists. If you own a GM that requires Dexos 1, the bottle should show the Dexos icon and a license number. Industry groups are clear. If the icon and license are missing, it is not an authentic licensed Dexos product and GM does not recommend it. On the flip side, consumer experts also note that a dealer cannot simply void your warranty for using a different brand if the oil still meets the required specs. The key is proof. Keep your receipts. Record dates, mileage, the oil grade and spec, and the filter part code. I like to staple or scan the receipt into a simple maintenance folder or app. If possible, keep photos of the product labels. This paper trail settles arguments fast and keeps your warranty safe. It also helps you stay on schedule over months and years. Lastly, watch for deals that seem too good to be true. counterfeit oils and filters exist. That bargain can cost an engine. With your plan, your log, and legit parts, you have done it right. Now let us bring it home and wrap with the quick checklist you can follow. You did the hard part. Now it is simple. Match viscosity to your climate. Trust synthetic for modern hot-running engines. Buy by spec and approvals. Use high-mileage formulas only when they make sense. Set intervals that fit your driving. Pick a filter that can go the distance, and document everything. We started with the idea that thicker is safer and brand is king. The truth is better. Your manual and those small approval logos protect your engine and your wallet. You now know where to look, what to buy, and how to service your car with confidence. On Recall Roadmap with Morgan, that is the mission. Thanks for watching. If this helped you feel ready for your next oil change, please subscribe, like, and share this with someone who needs a quick win. What surprised you most about oil choice today, and will it change what you buy next time? Keep your receipts, keep your engine clean, and keep rolling safe.